start at 3 because 1 and 2 are just...
Against the police, and further tasked me on the job that he got from Parliament, the police minister. But by then it was the minister Pegicele. I was deployed to Musina area during the year 2022, month of September, where there was a community in Bizo that was attended by National Commissioner, General Fanima Semola and Minister Pegicele, together with General Sibia. During the said deployed, 3 suspects were arrested at Musina as per Musina Case 210 of 9/2022 and Musina Case 203 of 9/2022. It was a cash in transit charge and the possession of unlicensed firearm and ammunition. I then became closer with General Sibia as I was a hard-working person, and I confirmed the matter is currently in High Court, pending for trial, and the accused persons are still in custody. During the month of 2024, around January, while I was in the office of General Sibia, I was told by him that he wants me to go and collect someone from downstairs in the security area. The said person was the complainant according to him. He did not say what was the complaint about. I then went there. On my arrival, I found that it was someone I knew as Mr. Matlala, known to me as a businessman in the security industry, and he also ran some few hospital projects according to me. I know Mr. Matlala, Cat in bracket, as he used to bike long ago, and I'm still biking, and also know him as he was the main security guard to the late Mr. Jotamon Sibi, known as Mswazi. The last time I saw him before 2024, it was when Mr. Msibi was still alive. Then I saw him again on the day mentioned before above. He then took my numbers again because he told me that he misplaced them. I then passed him with my numbers as I still had his own number, even though I never contacted him or he contacted me. I further taken him to General Sibia's office, where I left him at his office. But before that, General Sibia told Cat in my presence that if he can't get hold of him on his cell phone, he might be busy on the state meeting. So Mr. Matala must phone me and would pass the message to him. I then agreed to that, as I did not see any problem, as I know him, referring to Cat as a businessman. I confirmed that time, and again, Cat will phone me or write a message looking for General Sibia, or General Sibia will call me with his phone number looking for Cat. Thinking that I might have seen or heard from him time to time. When General Sibia and Mr. Cat meet, I would not be present, but I would hear from General Sibia that he was with Cat somewhere that I don't know. Most of the time, Mr. Cat, sometimes when he's looking for General Sibia, he will tell me that I must be loyal in my work because he can make things happen for me in terms of getting me promoted to the higher rank, as he got the National Commissioner, Mr. Fanima Semola, and the Deputy National Commissioner, Shadrach Sibia. He further told me that he has won a hospital tender, so that will make him come more often to the office to check everything is okay in terms of the company compliance. During December 2024, General Sibiya called me to tell me that I must come see him in his office. On my arrival, he told me that I must make a meeting with the General Nkosi of the KZN. He told me that he is worried that him and General Nkosi are not getting along, and this has been happening for a long time. And even Minister Kele knew about it, and he did not do nothing to solve the problem until he went on pension. He further told me that the National Commissioner tried to solve, but with no luck. I then contacted Lieutenant General Nkosi to meet him, and he told me that he does not fight with General Sibiya, but General Sibiya must be the one telling me what is his problem, and further told me that there was an investigation on particular people, but General Sibiya's name keep on coming out. So that might be the reason he keeps on wanting to make peace of the meeting with him, now is General Nkosi. I then went back to the office to give feedback to General Sibiya. I confirmed that I met with General Nkosi more than once. The reason was I was sent by General Sibiya to try to make peace. The reason he tasked me is to that because we talked a lot together with General Nkosi on the phone, but we just talked on general or normal things. I am not sure if it was December or January 2024 or 2025, I was asked by Stembiso Msibi, the son of Jotamu Msibi, to go and collect the jet ski, a scooter dam from Mr. Matlala. I then went there somewhere in Limpopo. As he said, jet ski belonged to his late father, Mr. Mswazi. On my arrival, I found him when I got there. That is Mr. Matala. Then I took it away, but later on that week, he phoned me telling me he is looking for the card, and a driver's license that he left in the dash of a jet ski. By the time he called me, I was busy. I could not take it to him or let him come to the office as I was not there. He then never called me again on that day. I think after 3 minutes, he called me again telling me that he needs a card agent as he was going to meet with the Deputy President, Paul Mashatile. Then he met, and then he will meet General Sibiya after that. I then took pictures of the said card. It was black in color. Then I sent it to his phone. That was the last time I spoke to him on the phone. During the same 2025 or 2024, he called me and told me he lost his cell phone and I must send him numbers of General Shibiri, General Sinona, General Sibiya. Then I did send him such numbers without suspecting anything because I know him as a legit businessman, and he confirmed that he won't he won the tender with subs, so I must communicate with everything, with everyone, okay. He must communicate with everyone on the management side. I confirm that I did not know Mr. Matlala as a criminal. I just know him as a businessman. I was surprised when I received a call from Mr. Likukela Mpo. He was with his friend, Mr. Abi Dikale, whom they told me that there was a kidnapping that occurred where a child was taken and his mother. I then proceeded to the scene. Then I have interviewed the victim, Mr. Abi, whom he told me that he suspects Mr. Matlala, but he did not want to make a statement. I immediately contacted Lieutenant General Sibia to inform him on what happened, on what has happened. Then General Sibia told me he was in Cape Town, but will set up a team to investigate the matter. Indeed, the team was tasked. Then head of investigation was Brigadier Ramangwa. Then the operation was conducted and at Atteridgeville, but the victims were not found. So from that time, the team was busy with the said investigation. When they told me, as I was not part of it, they said it was at advanced stage and arrests are imminent. That is all I can say.
And now, Sergeant, are there any parts of the statement that are not correct that you would want to disavow or correct?
I can't be sure of that, but by the time I was writing this statement, this is what I remembered.
So, and the statement was written on 8 October last year?
That's correct. And it might happen that maybe I might have omitted some important things, but not deliberately because of I was lying, or maybe I wanted to shift something. No, it was maybe an honest mistake if I've omitted.
But as you read it now, is there anything that you would want to add or to correct before I start questioning you about specific details in the statement?
As I just said now, I might add, as you question me, that maybe what was the reason I did not add, or maybe I might not have remembered it.
But as you read it through, there was nothing that you said, and I think I've got this wrong, I got this wrong at the time, that's clearly not what happened. There's nothing that leaps out to you as clearly wrong.
I still stand about what I just said now, that as maybe it goes, I will revert back to the statement and say, no, this I might have omitted, this is what happened.
Well, I mean, if there is anything that is clearly wrong, I'd like you to identify that now before I start asking you specific questions, just so that I know what your understanding of the true facts is. I don't want to go down a line if you tell me, you know, what I said in the statement was an error, the mistake, you know, the truth is this.
According to me, I wrote it to the best of my ability, but I don't want to close it as fully so that I must not be seen as someone who's not truthful to the commission.
Sergeant Nkosi, I hope that this will not come out negative, but the second last response you gave sounds like you are hedging, so to speak, hedging your bets, as it were, because you say, as we go on, then I may revisit certain parts of the statement. It sounds to me as though you are basically saying, if you are asked a question that you may feel puts you in a difficult position, you will then say, actually, what I said in paragraph 9 of the statement is not accurate. And you will only say that upon being faced with a certain situation arising from a question. Am I correct, or am I wrong to understand your response to that second last question?
Thank you, Commissioner. I don't know if maybe I would be answering correctly. I'm saying I don't want to say some statements that I wrote here or words are incorrect or are false. I say at that time they were correct. I might have maybe omitted something that I was supposed to write and I did not write it. But for me not to write it, it does not necessarily mean it's a lie or I'm changing a statement. It would be in addition to that what I've wrote here.
Okay, you are talking about things that you may not have written. Let's focus on those that you have actually written.
Yes.
As you read the statement this morning, did you think, paragraph 8 is not conveying the, I'm just giving 8 as an example.
Yes.
Paragraph 8 is not conveying what actually happened? Or did you, as you read the statement, take the view that everything I have read is actually accurate? I don't like what appears to be sitting on the fence, and you'll then follow
wherever it suits you.
Wherever it suits you, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. As you read the statement, were you of the view that everything you say there is accurate?
Yes, according to my understanding, I might be subjected to be correction in terms of the dates. And, you know, I'm not good with dates.
But let's leave out the dates, yes. I also wouldn't remember when certain things that happened in 2022, 23, even 25.
Yes, correct.
I would not remember the dates on which they happened. So perhaps let's leave that out. But in terms of content and substance, as you read, you did not see anything that does not reflect what actually happened correctly, or what you said, or what exchanges you were involved in inaccurately. Everything, according to you, as you read, was accurate.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Shaskalson.
Can I just get clarity on a couple of issues in this statement? The first is at page 1340. And this is it's in relation to the Luxo card. So paragraph 20 in the preceding page, you say that you've been called by Mr. Matlala about the card. And then 21, you say, at the time he called me, I was busy, so I could not take it to him or let him come to the office as I was not there. And then 22, he never called me again that day. I think after 3 minutes, he called me again, telling me that he needs the card again, urgent, as he was going to meet Deputy President Mashatile, brackets Paul, then meet General Sabia after that. I then took pictures of the said card. It was black in color, then sent it to his phone. That was the last time I spoke to him. Can you just clarify what's going on in paragraph 22? You say he didn't call me again that day, but then you say after 3 minutes he called you telling him he needed the card urgently as he was going to meet Deputy President Mashatile and then meet General Sabia. Can you just explain, did he call you again that day?
Okay.
Was the call about General Sabia and Deputy President Mashatile that day?
Okay. If I understood you correctly, you're asking if was the call about the card or the call about Deputy President Mashatile and Sibia, if I'm not mistaken, is how I heard you.
Well, the first question is, was the call on the same day he had called you about the card? So let's maybe answer that first, and then we can get to the second question.
Okay. Maybe to rectify the statement, I might have made a mistake when I say he called me. I called him when I found the card. That is rectification number one. And then this call that he made, it was a call now after I informed him that I found the card. So now, the reason that he called me on this particular day is because he wanted to use that card. And then he further stated that he was going to meet with General Sibia and Paul Mashatile.
I mean, we'll come back to who called whom, but what your written statement says is he needs the card urgent as he was going to meet Deputy President Mashatile and General Sabia. Was your understanding that he needed the card in relation to his meeting with the Deputy President and General Sabia?
I would not want to be on his mind at that particular time. I thought he wanted that card because of it belonged to him, but I did not see the picture of how he's going to use his card.
But what you said was he needs the car urgently, or urgent, as he was going to meet Deputy President Mashatile and then meet General Sabia after that. How did you understand the relationship between his urgent need for the card and the fact that he was going to meet the Deputy President and then General Sabia? I mean, you're the one who's linked those two.
I'm the one who's what?
Your statement links those two. It says he needs the card urgently as he was going to meet Deputy President Mashatile and then meet General Sabia after that. So I want to understand, why was the urgency related to the meetings with the Deputy President and General Sabia?
I would not know why that he needs the card, because he was going to meet the Deputy President and General Sabia. My understanding at the time, he wanted his card, and it was in my possession.
But was he the one who said to you, I need this card urgently as I'm going to meet Deputy President Mashatile and then General Sabia after that?
That's
were those his words?
That's his words.
Then you say you called him, not he called you. That's an error in the statement. But if we look at the statement, it's not consistent with that being an error. Let's start at paragraph 20 at 1339. You say, on my arrival, that's at Mr. Matlala's farm, I was found by him at the gate. Then I took the jet ski away. But later on that week, he phoned me telling me he is looking for the card and driver's license that he left in the dash of the jet ski. So you're saying he didn't call you, you called him. Had you found a driver's license in the jet ski?
That's correct.
But you haven't previously mentioned finding a driver's license in the jet ski in any of your other statements or your testimony here.
I didn't mention it because I never thought it was important, or maybe it was an error, because now the main thing was a Luxo card. But not that I did not mention the bank, the driver's license, because of it wasn't there.
If we go to your next paragraph, paragraph 21, you say, by the time he called me, I was busy, so I could not take it to him or let him come to the office as I was not there. Now, you're saying when he called you about the bank card and driver's license, you were busy, so you couldn't take it to him or let him come to the office as you were not there. But if you called him, why would you call him when you were busy? Surely you would call him when you were not busy.
Remember, there were various calls. When I found the card, when now he's making a follow-up about the card. And then even if I was busy, I knew that he wanted to come and collect the card. I would have phoned him.
But you'll recall when we dealt with the topic of the card last week, your testimony was that when you found the card, and when you found the card, you were at Hartbeespoort.
That's correct.
And is that what you were referring to in paragraph 21 when you said, I was busy, so I couldn't take it to him?